Sitting out here watching the bikes. We're in front of we're at the Berkeley Public Library right here. Anonymous friend is upstairs. He's up there. He's up there on the third floor somewhere charging up, right? Using the internet because I mean, McDonald's sucked. I mean, we waited over 50 minutes to upload a video, and then just as it's turned over to 65% uploaded, it kicked him off the internet. So I mean, we waited an hour for nothing, and we wasted our last dollar buying soda. So somebody told us about the public library right here. It was 3 blocks up from where we were. So he's up there charging. I'm sitting down here guarding the bikes because all we have is this cheesy little lock. We don't have a decent bike lock or a chain or nothing. Right? All we have is a cable with a little dollar store lock. Right? So I'm out here watching because he's paranoid that shit's gonna get stolen. Right? So here I am sitting here watching the people just to see what happens. I'm gonna sit here for a little while and see. There's somebody right here backing up. I'm gonna run over dude's motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? So the people here can't drive. They can't drive with shit. I've been to a few places and I've seen some terrible drivers. You know, I was a tow truck driver for a long time, dude, but I am not. This Berkeley seems to be the worst of all of the drivers that I've seen so far. I mean, even the cops here drive like mad. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, when you're a bike traveler, you have to be aware. You know, there's a lot of things that you have to be aware of, right? You know what I'm saying? And, you know, so let me just give a couple of quick tips. Number one, you know what I'm saying, you have to be aware of all of the cars around you, right? You have to have in your mind before you even go anywhere, before you even throw your leg over your bike, that somebody in the car today is probably going to cut you off or try to run you over, or they're not going to realize that you're there. So you have to be, number one, aware. Number two, right, you have to wear a helmet, safety helmet. It's imperative. I mean, if motorcycle helmets back in the day, because of their designs, they were designed bad, and a lot of people died because they got their neck broken because of their helmet. But bicycle helmets are designed to sit on top of your head, right, and protect the top of your head from, you know, cars, right? You know what I'm saying? So always wear a helmet. Number three, right, have some type of reflective equipment, right? You know what I'm saying? Or like me, I got a reflector strap on my tires, some kind of bright coloring, right, so that they can see you. Green shirts, fluorescent shirts, socks, anything out of the ordinary that's moving, that's always moving, right, that draws their attention to you, right? Number four, right, if you're going to be riding at night, obviously you need to have lights, right? I mean, there's some really cheap, really good lights, right, that you can buy off of eBay. There's like this $200 lumen headlight that just brights up, it's just bright. It lights up the whole road and the area in front of you. It's only $11, eBay. Like, you can get some really good ones off Amazon, $40. I mean, that one's 800 lumens. That's bright as a car headlight, right? You need to have a blinky. You need to have a rear blinking light, some kind of light that draws their attention, right? You want to have reflectors. You want to wear, you know, reflective equipment, right? You want to have reflectors on your wheels, right? This will help you be visible at night. Number five, always use the bike lanes, right? If you're in a new city or you're going to a new place, right, you want to do some research first. You want to see if the city that you're going to, the city of your choice, is a bike-friendly place. If it's bike-friendly, then there's bike lanes everywhere. You always want to stay in the bike lane. And just remember, the law is that they're supposed to give you 3 feet. But most people, most car drivers, or, you know, they're driving a car, they think that just because you're in the bike lane, that's the 3 feet that they have to give you. They're supposed to give you 3 feet outside of the lane too. So you have to, you know, once again, being aware, just because you're in the bike lane doesn't mean you're safe. Right, number 6, right, carry with you some water, right? You always want to have water with you, water bottle, some kind of Gatorade or Powerade or some kind of recovery drink or something, because you're going to sweat. It's summertime. You're going to sweat, you're going to burn up your electrolytes, you're going to burn up your glycogen storage, you're going to wear yourself out. Water is the best stuff that you could probably drink, besides, you know, some kind of electrolyte replacement, right? So you always want to take some with you, right? You always want to bring a little bit of food with you, you know, some gel packs, a couple of sandwiches, bag of chips, some fruit. Fruit is like the best stuff, right? You want to look around where you're at, see if you can find anything, right? When you're riding around. I mean, we do that all the time. We hunt for stuff all the time. When we're riding, we're always hunting, right? You always want to find something. Number 6, right? Once you get to where you're going, right, you want to have a really good bike lock, or you want to have some kind of a system, right, that allows you and your partner, right, to keep track of your bikes. Because right now, the Bay Area where we're at, this is one of the absolute worst places for bike theft. They steal bikes here like mad chickens. Right, so, and when we were coming up here, we saw piles and piles of bike frames and stripped down bikes and everything else, right, that they just stole them, stripped them, threw them down. Now, odds are they're probably not going to bother our bikes because they're old and they're crappy and they're beat up and they're not really worth anything. I mean, the dope man won't trade for no beat up bike. The dope man wants a carbon fiber Cannondale or, you know what I'm saying, or a Bianchi or an old classic Swing or something, right? If you ride one of those bikes, you better be prepared and have a lock, right? Number 7, right? You want to go riding with a friend, with a partner, somebody that's got your back, somebody that can watch you, somebody that knows that you're there, somebody that you know is there, somebody that's going to be supportive of you, right? That way you can communicate back and forth with each other. You can talk about cars that are coming, cars that went, cars that are around you, and saying semi-trucks, right? You want to try to stay off of the freeways. Anything that's got, you know, like on the bike maps, it's marked with the yellow is probably most likely a place where you can't ride your bike. Yellow is for caution, remember? Right? And so there's some quick tips right there, right, that I can think of off the top of my head, right, that for bike safety when you're in your city, right? Please, you know, please be aware, you know what I'm saying, and ride safe. This is me, Brian.